So Alvin had some money at first. He spent 1/4 of it on a t-shirt. So 1/4 on the t-shirt. And the remaining will be 3/4. Then he spent 2/5 of the remainder on shoes. And what's left will be 3/5 of that. Alright. So after that, his parent gave him 120. The ratio of the total amount of money he had at the end to the amount of money he had at first was 5 to 4. So to do this, we first have to find out what's the common ratio throughout here. So for the short shirt, he spent 1/4 of the amount of money he had. For the shoes, we have to find out what fraction of the money he had that he spent. So there will be 2/5 of 3/4. So multiplying them together, alright, we're going to have 3/10, which is spent on the shoes. 3/10 of his original amount of money spent on the shoes. For the amount of money left, that will be 3/4 multiplying by 3/5, alright, giving us 9/20, which is the amount of money left. So from here we see that all the denominators, 4, 10 and 20, the lowest common multiple will simply be 20 units. So we can let him have 20 units at first. If he spent 1/4 on shorts, so 1/4 of 20 units will be 5 units, which is spent on the shorts, and he will have 15 units remaining. Then out of the 15 units, he spent 2/5 on shoes. So 2/5 of 15 units will be 6 units, which is spent on shoes. And then he will have a remaining 9 units left. So here we know that his parents gave him $120. So if we compare the amount of money he have left and the amount of money he had originally, in the end he had 9 units, while originally he had 20 units. After his parent gave him $120, the final ratio of the amount of money he had in the end to the amount of money he had at first became 5 to 4. So at this point we can do cross multiplication. Alright, and we will have 20 units multiplying by 5, which is 100 units, will be equal to 9 multiplying by 4, 36 units, plus 120 multiplying by 4, 480. So we find the difference between 100 units and 36 units, which is 64 units, will be 480. So you can find 1 unit, taking 480 dividing by 64, there will be 7.5. So how much money did Alvin have at first? So at first Alvin had 20 units. So 20 units will be 7.5 multiplying by 20, giving us our answer of $150.